Hey, fellas, get excited, all right? Because I literally just took automod out back. Literally right as you typed that and it got automodded, I was taking automod out back. I was taking him right out to that gravel pit. You know, he's been a bad dog. I fucking put him right down. He's gone for the most part. I just fucking, it's okay. This is really fucking funny. This was amazing to go through and have to tick off. But, so I went to the moderation shit. It used to just be that he was on or off, but they have updated settings, so I can now tell it what I want it to filter specifically. So I had to tell it to not filter on aggression, bullying, and then there's a tab for discrimination and slurs. And I unchecked. Like, okay, listen, this is not saying I condone these actions. However, these are absolutely things that people get donked for in my Twitch chat that I'm fine with because it's very strict. But technically, you can now use slurs and discriminate in my chat against people with disabilities, sexuality, sex or gender, and misogyny. Don't, because your messages will still be banned manually by me if it gets too bad. But the only one I left on is race, ethnicity, or religion. And then sex-based terms and profanity I turned off. But yeah, no, it was just really funny to have to go through and be like, yeah, no, hey, Mr. Twitch, I'm going to actually allow misogyny and ableism in my chat. I hope you don't mind, by the way. Oh, so why is that two different tabs? It's really funny because we've tested this shit before where a lot of things get blocked when it's about women, but if you say the same thing about men, it's fine and automod doesn't care. So it's really funny to see sexuality, sex, or gender and misogyny actually as two separate things in the automod. Like or wait, maybe automod's just based and it's saying women aren't a gender. Maybe that's what that's saying. Maybe automod is just fucking red pilled as fuck. Just so deep into that shit. Anyways, this is a celebration stream as automod is dead. You know what? Let me actually go put that in the Discord. Okay. Balls is not considered a slur. Not anymore, at least. To be fair, some people's definition of offensive things are quite arbitrary. Yeah, I mean, see, personally, I'm of the belief that pretty much anything can be a joke. Like, people can take offense to whatever they want, but like, I think it's dumb to gatekeep what can and can't be joked about, because to me that just gives things more power to hurt people. But automod is he's been a fucking absolute authoritarian in this chat, and as funny as it is, I'm getting tired of having to tab out to allow messages. So he's dead. He's been fucking gulagged. Automod was a Ligma male? Exactly. We're finally freed from the fucking bourgeoisie automod. Oh yeah, I never actually said what I was doing. I mean, it's obvious. We're farming this shit. I actually forgot to put up my counter though, so hold on. There we go. I need to set this up so I can go boink, boink. We did 2 runs. I think I want to try to get to 1500 today. Dictator automod. What if the next run is the one? I'll find something else to do then. At this point, I was joking about it, or I have been joking about it, that like, I don't even know if this can drop at this point, or if it's even real, or if like maybe it's bugged and it's not showing both red text. And at this point, I'm kind of like, I've kind of resigned myself to that idea. Like, I've kind of just accepted that as fact. I'll be very shocked if I do actually ever find it. Like, not that I think that's actually the truth, but it's just been this deep in, I have barely any information on what this thing actually is. So it kind of just makes more sense in my brain that it doesn't exist. It's like God. There's probably something, maybe, but my little pea brain can't comprehend that as fact because I haven't seen him ever like reach down and tickle my butthole. So got a Bud Godroll Moonfire. What's bugged about it? Oh, the texture's bored. I don't know. It just sounds cool. Never tell Epic NNG that you like jerking off to porn. Why? I'll go tweet him. I'll go tweet that at him right now. Fuck. I'll tweet him that daily until he updates the fucking Pearl Pack. Serial killer with 2 extra pellets? Yeah, pretty much. That's pretty much it. And funny people to get upset with funny people because they don't understand why context matters in humor. Humor is a language, not everyone's going to speak it. And even then, we all have accents. Exactly. It's weird. It's always been weird to me to like get mad at a joke of any matter. Like, to not like a joke is acceptable. Like, I understand that. But to like call someone a terrible fucking person and shit because of jokes that you don't like is it's interesting. That's the thing with context. There's a difference between a joke and just saying a slur, you know. But that's the context part of things. That's the big part that matters. But see, it's a serial killer with 2 extra pellets and it's rare as fuck. So it gives me huge amounts of dopamine when I get it, maybe. Either that or I'm just going to feel absolutely nothing and be fucking depressed. Who knows? It depends on how much of a husk of a human being I am by the end of this farm. Could really go either way.
It's possible you picked the wrong battle.
I'm starting to come around to arms race based. I come to arms race constant. I mean, I come around. I like arms race. So I'm at New Vegas and I commented some shit. And he replied back. I told him that he makes me want to jerk off to porn and he blocked me. Dude, I can never tell if Epic is like, I don't know. Epic is a confusing character to me. I love him. He makes great stuff. It's just, he's a confusing individual. The head empty meme, but it's Zane. Oh, that's add a TT. Or I can't. I can't do that. I mean, I can, but that would be far too much effort. That's I'll refund you. 7TTV, there's a website and you can pull emotes from it and send me the link with that.
Just need something between me and your breast.
But I don't usually add like fully custom ones just because that's
Sort ya.
too much effort for my lazy white ass.
You, everybody gets.
There's a few exceptions to that, like the Marcus and Moxie one, but that was because those were emotes I wanted on Twitch that I couldn't add on Twitch because it was against the TOS. Farming the loot bunnies and still not a single crossblade? Dude, I forgot about the crossblade. Holy shit. That's one of the few guns in Wonderlands that's like actually based. How often do I stream? I usually stream just after every video that I upload, which is every 3 days. Or not every, I guess every 3 days. Every third day I upload. I do sometimes stream. I mean, I haven't really been because I haven't fully gotten back into the swing of things here. But sometimes I do just stream on off days whenever I feel like it. God damn, he's wiggling. Holy shit. So it's every 3 days and then whenever the fuck I feel like it. Probably once. I mean, I've been thinking about it a lot more because not that like I'm close to BL3's Forgotten ending, but it is starting to get there. I think we've kind of hit the midway point with it. Like, I think we are kind of halfway there-ish. Like, I said it last stream, I think. I think I only have, like, a year-ish left of guns to cover. And once that's over, I'm probably going to be streaming a hell of a lot more. Like, I'll probably pivot more into streaming. And I'll probably upload, like, a bigger video maybe once a week. If I even have a schedule for that at that point. But eventually my plan is to pivot more into streaming until I have shit to actually make content on. Sting replied to one of his tweets with like jerking off to porn or something, and he immediately blocked him. That's rough. Authoritarian TOS? Yeah, they don't let me put titties or sexual content in my Twitch emotes. Literally 1984. What gun is that? This is the Transmutator? It is not a vanilla gun. Hi, Ivy. The build guides are neat. See, I like doing those. The problem is, like, there's really not many builds left. Like, that's okay. My problem with builds is I don't like. I like builds having a purpose. Is my problem with making builds. Because, like, I could just make an entire build around, like, a single gun or two or something. And it's like, yeah, that works, but I don't like that. I like builds being more open-ended. And most of the builds that are just, like, general builds for the Vault Hunter, they've kind of been done. And I don't want to just, like, repeat things that have already existed, you know? I'm thinking I might do like my own base game builds, and that might be a set of build videos, but I don't know. Build videos are kind of hard nowadays. There's not much to cover. Can't wait till I move because I'll be able to stream games more often. Dude, I'm kind of in the same boat right now. We're going to be moving soon, and I haven't wanted to like buy my new PC parts until we move. Just as it'll be a lot easier to just have them shipped there. But I'll be able to like up my quality and make things go a lot smoother.
But you first.
Would Boar Explosion work with Jericho? Yeah, it does. Playthroughs, I'll cover that in a second. Jericho is very good with Boar Explosion. The only thing is it does friendly fire damage, so if you're playing with friends, you are going to kill them. Playthroughs, I love streaming. I hate editing. I've done a single edited playthrough, and that was the randomizer series that's on my channel. I had a great time editing that. It was very fun, but it was also incredibly stressful, and it took up like my entire day. So playthroughs, I don't know how the fuck, like, okay, I say I don't know how the fuck it happens, and then I'm always like, well, it's because of this. The thing with like Jolts, I don't know about K6. I can't comment on K6 because I don't watch his playthroughs, but with Jolts, Jolts is a great guy with a great personality. I'd like to be clear on that. The thing with Jolts' playthroughs though is Jolts isn't really like the focus of his content. The focus of his content is that it's Borderlands 2 played incredibly effectively, and he showcases cool stuff. I'm not the same way with my content. Like, this is very, it always sounds egocentric as fuck to say, but you know what? I love myself. With my content, that isn't like the Borderlands content, that isn't like the build videos, the, what's it called? BLT's Forgotten. It's more focused on me and my personality. Like, a great example of this is the Raid Boss Rush video. The Raid Boss Rush video, I have a goal. The Raid Boss Rush videos and the McSmugger speedrunning. I have a goal set out in front of me, but most of that editing and that video is more so my like commentary and my reactions and less about the game and the milestones of that game. It's, God, I hate fucking talking about myself. I mean, I love talking about myself, but I hate it at the same time. Because it just makes me sound like a douche. I don't want people on the internet thinking I'm a douche. I don't want people on the internet thinking poorly of me. But, it's a lot harder when it comes to playthroughs because Jolts kind of has, in each episode, however far he gets in the game, he has certain parts of the game that are kind of like checkpoints for him to cut around. For me, it's more like I have to skim through the entire stream VOD and cut it down to like the bits or whatever that I want to keep in. So it's a mix of like, I want to keep the beats of the actual playthrough in, but I also want to, like, if I say something funny or whatever, I want to get that in there. So I have to make sure that I'm like kind of listening through to everything and then figuring out what bits I want to leave in, what I don't care to fucking have there still like cut. And it's a pain in the ass. It ends up being like a day-long process, which could be remedied if I take a few days to do it. But then I can't stream that playthrough for those days that I'm editing it, because then the continuity would be fucked between the streams and the videos going live. Unless I'm rambling at this point. I'm sure you guys get it. I'm the product. Exactly. I'm selling myself more so than I'm selling the game. Outside of like the build videos and BLT's Forgotten. Those are game focused. Yeah, he's a speedrunner, I think. Yeah, Jolts is like, his content is more focused on playing the game efficiently, showing like skips, showing cool builds, doing goofy shit. It's much easier to kind of cut around a stream VOD when you know like the bits that you're going for. For me, I can't remember what I do over the course of 3 hours. Especially when I then usually edit it like 2 days later. Base name Flak is just normal Flak and not much different. Yeah, it kind of just changes what weapons you use. Editing is rough when it's something you've recorded and you know that what you're watching is as good as it could have been. Or isn't as good as it could have been. Yeah, that's like, I love editing. It's a very fun process. I think my problem with it is that my current schedule with how I do it doesn't lead well to me editing very long form things down into like 10 to 20 minutes, because I do all my editing in one day. I work on a 3-day cycle, and one of those days is entirely dedicated to editing. So pretty much every video that I edit has been done in a single day. And that's what would lead to me sitting there for like 12 hours editing a, because even but when I did those randomizer videos, that was still my schedule because it's just what was working for me between BL3's Forgotten and doing other things. So it was really rough sitting there and listening to myself and editing those videos down for literally up to 12 hours a day. I think the average was 8, which I mean, that's a somewhat average work a day. But that's 8 hours of me sitting there staring at my timeline and listening to myself. What does that sniper do? It's kind of just splash damage sniper rifle. It looks fancier than it is. It also has like a thing on reload. I'll show that real quick. So go boom. And then when you reload, it fires out 4 little things. You still get Monarch, so bosses are covered. Yeah, the only thing is that you don't really get is a stack ball, which kind of sucks. But you do still have Bounty Hunter and Stalker, which I mean... You're driving yourself nuts? Yeah, because those days I would also, because it was longer, I'd usually start an hour or 2 earlier. I usually do all my editing because I like having my mornings. So I usually, I can't give up just sitting there with a cup of coffee and enjoying my mornings. So I usually wait until like 1, but for the randomizer videos, I'd get started at like 11 to 12, and then I'd be going until like 6 or 7. I'm very proud of those videos, though. I do think those are some of the best content I've uploaded. I mean, I feel the same way about a lot of the edited stream VODs. The way I'd rank it is probably... I really like the boss rush video. I think the boss rush video is my favorite. I don't know if I'd put Mixed Smugger above the randomizer, but it's definitely close. I like the concept of Mixed Smugger a lot. I think the video could have turned out a little bit better though. But with the randomizer, I'm just very happy with how those videos turned out. I don't think those could have been done better, which is why I think I would put those above the Mixed Smugger video. And then honestly, I can't even remember what other videos I've done that have been edited down from streams, if any. I'm not sure if I have. At least Borderlands related. There's Chair Stream, which that wasn't that long ago, but God, that feels like a fucking fever dream. Are we gonna have an epic gamer moment when you hit 1337? I'd rather not say a slur. Also still get Plague Bearer. That's true. I guess Flak's weapons aren't the thing that he loses. It's gear. Because you don't get Pearl. I don't even know what other relic to use on Flak other than the Pearl. I'm gonna be real. I don't think I've ever used anything other than the Pearl on Flak. The Pearl or the Toboggan. If y'all ain't watched that video, you guys should. I disagree. I think it's a very skippable era of the Arachnica content. Commandlet is best flat class mod. I don't know what the commandlet is. Do you mean the cumlet? Cause no, I'm actually like legitimately I'm kind of a fan of the cumlet. It's not a good class mod by any means, but like it's kind of fun. You can do some like I guess not some goofy shit. You can do like a goofy thing with it. But it's kind of funny. Most of the base game relics are ass. Yeah. You have like the Icebreaker Victory Rush, the Atom Bomb. There's another one. Elemental Projector. There we go. And then you just slap all of those on the Victory Rush, and that's pretty much it. Or any of those on the Victory Rush. Sometimes it helps me when I'm recording something in the moment. Think about how I'm going to edit it. That way change. Okay, no, I do the same thing. I've actually started noting down timestamps in streams whenever like something happens that I might want to keep, because I plan to make like just a general stream highlights video.
Oh, fuck yeah!
And so I've been thank you for the sub, Young Gudden. I still smell like shit and it's not getting better. That's fucking base as hell, brother. Let it get worse. That's how you attract women. A firm, natural musk. That's how most other animals do it. Humans are just cringe. But, only good ones for Victory Rush. Oh, right. The auto idol. I forgot about that. Set it charge. It's only really good for melee. White elephant. Is the white elephant good? I haven't used that in years. I remember it used to be cracked, but I thought it got nerfed. Like heavily. And I don't think I ever used it since then. I'm stewing in it. Hope you have a good day, though. I'm having a pretty good one. I mean, hey, I'm having an even better one now that I got a new sub. I appreciate it, brother. That's not a new sub, another sub. Every other relic is either a shitty slam focused or melee focused one. Elephant is still good. I might have to give it a go because I really liked the white elephant. I can't tell if I'm like accidentally adding too many or if I keep forgetting to add them. But no, I did really like the elephant. I just remember it got really bad for a certain period of time. See, what I miss is I miss the early meta of BL3, man. Like one build that I'm thinking about doing is I kind of want to. I don't know why I've gotten nostalgic for specifically like Iron Bear spam Moze, even though that was the worst fucking Moze meta in the entire game, when she was just jumping in and out of Iron Bear on cooldown to activate ASEs. I'm like, that has to have only gotten better with how Moze is now. And I do like abusing some for the road, so expect a stream of me fucking around with that in the near future. Thanks for that idea. I'm stealing it. Enjoy, brother. Good seeing you two. Have a good one. I appreciate you stomping on by. Jesus Christ, it's been 30 fucking minutes already. I've just been yapping. Dude, I wish the fucking, what's it called? The banjo. I'm sorry, that seemed really loud. I didn't realize that was right next to my mic. Did a little knee slapping. But no, the fucking banjo is such a cool relic. I wish it was good. It's very good early on just as it's a guaranteed source of shock damage. So I always usually pick one up during a playthrough, but I don't even know how it would be buffed, honestly. But I just wish it was. It was a cool relic. I think it needed, I mean, honestly, I think it just needed to be able to roll a prefix. If you could get like an icebreaker banjo, that would probably be good enough. What am I trying to get? So up there. It's a hybrid of the Tattler and the serial killer. This is modded. This is the Redux mod by Epic and Co. I've been at it for a little while. Which also, because this is like a 100% drop, I mean, not the Tattler. The Tattler itself is like a 50%. But because of that, we can average this to say that I've gotten like almost around almost 700-ish drops of the Tattler. It has not been a fucking hybrid yet. Didn't notice it up there. No, it's hard to notice up here for this stream because Skittermaw Basin is entirely blue. I picked a bad color scheme for this map. But anywhere else it's usually noticeable. So I don't blame you. But yeah, this has been a on and off process for like a year and a half now. This isn't even all the runs. This is only the runs since I decided to start streaming it. I estimate that I'm probably more likely somewhere in or at least very close to 2000. Where the fuck? All right, snipers are down here. I'm swamping off. I want my Midnight Wisdom. This is my favorite gun in this fucking mod. Because it is pretty much almost somewhat a pitchfork. Wonder if you could save edit one? You probably can. Just because Redux is only a hotfix mod. I just don't know how. Because I don't know exactly how the hybrids actually work in this. I don't know what the tech behind them is. I just really want fucking... I want the Pearl Pack to get updated. I check like probably at least once a week. I do think when I do another playthrough, probably not the next playthrough, because the next playthrough I'm doing is, what's it called? I'm doing a one life. Or at least I'm going to try again to do a one life. And, after that, though, the next, like, just normal, like, allegiance or challenge run thing that I do, I'm probably going to do it with the Pearl Pack enabled. I am kind of hoping that it actually gets an update before then, because that would be nice, but, either way, I think for my more casual playthroughs, I probably will just be using the Pearl Pack, just because I fucking love the implementation, man. It's so fucking good. You need to know which parts it needs, yeah. If you get a full auto clairvoyance, it's actually a hybrid of the Gatling gun legendary and a clairvoyance. Is it? Does it? I don't think it functions the same as the Gatling gun though. Because wouldn't that mean that it should like start speeding up the longer you fire it? Does it do that? Am I just forgetting shit? Is the amnesia kicking in? Yeah, Automod's dead. Right at the start of the stream, I took him to the gravel pit and you know, he was a bad dog, so he got what was coming to him. But no, it was really funny, because you have to, or like, I disabled the various modules of him, so I had to literally tell Automod that, yeah, I'm fine with sexism and ableism. That's okay in my Twitch chat. But also, sexism and misogyny are separate categories. Which I know we've discovered on our own, but it was really funny to just see it laid out there. The Gatling gun, the speed up one? Well, all Jacobs can be full auto. That's just that's a part on them. Is sometimes they got the crank. Same with the masher part. Why is 7TV being a retard again? It's working for me. You might just have to reload. But also, look at that. You said the R slur. And Automod didn't fucking come and rip your balls off. Unfortunately, I still don't think I can say the C word. Not cunt, the other one. Don't think the R slur was an issue before. Yeah, it was because I fucking had to let it through like 20 times. And even then, sometimes when it was combined with like another random innocuous word, it would, I have to delete that. Well, wait, okay. No, hold on. I have my auto mod set to still block out racism. So if you're able to say that in chat, then I should be able to just leave it in chat. I can't say it myself in that context, though. I can say that I do love cheese and crackers. And that I love Cracker Jacks. But, Coochie. But, no, if I say that in a separate context, I'm pretty sure Twitch is gonna bonk me for no fucking reason. I have a thug with 2 annoyance by accident. I keep forgetting to fix it. Cantonese clitoris? Cooter? See, this is why I don't need TTS. I'm my own TTS. I'll just read whatever shit you guys type. I love giving voice clips of just me saying Cantonese clitoris that can be used in whatever context you want. Did I see what? The horse has fallen? Can it get up? Arisa's dead? Oh, yeah, I don't know why. I Reddit won. I really, like, genuinely have not had an issue with Orisa in so fucking long. Like, literally for 3 seasons, I felt like Orisa hasn't been nearly as good as a lot of people say she is. I also don't even think, like, what were the changes? Weren't they just making her slower? Like, wasn't that the big thing? I don't think that matters. Because that's still not even the problem. Like, Orisa herself isn't the problem. Orisa's problem is how strong she is at defending her supports. And longer spin cooldown. Okay. That actually matters. But, like, Orisa's an anchor anyways. That's kind of been her job for the last few seasons. She's an anchor. She protects the shit out of her supports, and as long as her supports are on her, she just doesn't die. Orisa's problem is how much she can live. Yeah, but she can't live if you have someone deal with the supports. The reason Orisa was a problem is because DPS never want to counterpick. It's literally the DPS's job to take care of Orisa. It's just that DPS players have fucking main character syndrome and don't ever want to counterpick. They want to play fucking a Hanzo fucking what's her name? Widowmaker in like Circuit Royale. Too good at just golding and chasing anyone? Yeah, but if she's doing that, then her support should die. People just refuse to play against Orisa properly. That's the problem with her, because everyone had a mental block against her. It's like, I have the same issue in League with fucking Lilia. I could play Lilia's single hardest counter, but that character just frustrates me to no fucking end. That doesn't mean I want her nerfed. Like, I hate the champion. I would love to see her fucking kneecap, but I understand that it's probably fucking balanced. It's just a me problem. The thing is, no one else can... Too many other people can't do that and can't just realize that Orisa herself is not actually the problem. I think her gameplay loop was really healthy. Like, genuinely, if she went and chased after someone, which was an option, there were situations where that was good for her to do, she was leaving her supports, the two things that were actually keeping her alive. Maga's gonna be good again, which is sad. Oh no. I guess I gotta return to my diva arc. But no, I think it is like, I don't know. It's good that Orisa's nerfed because it does mean that just overall people will stop bitching. I think it's a bad precedent though. Because I don't think Orisa actually deserved a nerf. Have I tried Abba and Strive yet? I have not played Strive in fucking months, dude. I don't know what it is. I keep wanting to. I'm just like, eh. Well, I have been playing Guilty Gear X Advance, though. Which is the fucking Game Boy Advance version of Guilty Gear. I don't know why. But that's been fun. But no, I really want to get back into it. I think it's kind of like, I want to get back into it, but at the same time, I'm currently looking forward towards multiverses. It's like, that's coming out this month. And my brain's just like, I don't want to get into a different one. Abba finally got me back into Strive. She seems really fun. I'm thinking, like, if I do eventually get back into it, my pool is probably going to be Abba, Biken, and Happy Chaos. Happy Chaos I've already got down, but I haven't really gotten to learning too much with Biken yet. And, I mean, I haven't fucking played Abba at all, obviously. But they're really fun. I like those characters. Kind of started playing a little League again. Kind of feel weird, though. I'm old as fuck feeding poor as an alien, but it's kind of... It's fun. It is. I mean... That's the thing. League's a fun game. I mean, right now I've fallen off of it because I don't know. I hate blaming him because I know it's not just Freak's fault. But literally ever since Freak has become the balance lead, I've hated almost every single patch. Like the latest patch that was just teased, the fucking one with like all the ADC item changes. I'm so hyped for that. That is the first patch in literally over like a year that I've actually looked at. I've been like, this might get me back into League all the way. Like right back in. That patch actually seems fucking good. But no, I really just don't like the way that the game balance is taken in League. But no, it's a fun game. It's a very fun game. I do not play ADC. I play jungle, so the ADC items greatly affect me. I'm excited for it mostly because one of my duos is ADC, and it's really nice playing jungle with him and knowing that he's actually like, when ADC's weak, he's still really good, but when ADC's strong, it's just free wins to play around him. I played ADC when I first got into League a very long time ago, when I was like probably 13 or something, and I played a fuck ton of Jinx. And then I fell off of League for fucking years, and I got back into it like season 10 was when I jumped back on. I probably ended in like, it would have been shortly after, or I would have fallen off of it like within the year that Jinx released. I don't remember what fucking year that was. I'm hoping for Raven in season 4 and it'll be perfect. I do not know who that is. Strive is the first Guilty Gear game that I really got into, so I don't know a lot of the characters or their previous incarnations. I want Blizz to nerf ball before he becomes a problem, because I don't want to live through even a week of ball meta. I hate ball metas. Kind of tired of base game lately. Would you recommend a Redux? If it's a yes, is there much of a difference on how builds work? Yes and yes, but in a good way. So Redux is what I go to, or it's what I went to during my my biggest like fall off phase from BO3. Like I got really burnt out like 2-ish years ago. It was, or a year and a half to 2-ish years ago. It was when I kind of started this farm. It would have coincided with when I uploaded my Zane Redux build video. And this kind of is what got me back into BL3, because I just grinded the fuck out of Redux. I had a great time, and then when I went back to the base game, it just felt really fresh again. But builds are very different. The only exception to that, I would say, is Flak. Just because Flak is still very similar, except even Flak can do some new goofier shit, because it's more like release Flak. Because Epic buffed Flak and pretty much buffed him back to his release levels. So Flak's just kind of bullshit again. Zane has a lot more build variety because Green Tree is actually good. This here is a Green Tree build with the Conductor. And Moze is a lot more fair and balanced. Moze lost a lot of her bullshit, but she's still very strong. I haven't played Amara yet. Amara is the only character I have not played in Redux, so I can't really speak on her too much, but I imagine there's a lot of changes with her as well. Raven's the edgy masochist guy from XRD. Yeah, I had no idea. He sounds cool, though. A support main now, aka the freest role in the game. Dude, support is the best role to just go and fucking chillin'. I always want cool-headed and stuff to be good. To fantasy a headshot, or the fantasy of a headshot cry always seemed dope to me. What do you mean? Hold on. What story are you talking about? Cool-headed? You mean Brain Freeze? Brain Freeze is good. Yeah, this is a fantastic skill. What don't you like about it? Like, I still run it on pretty much all my builds, even though it's not really necessary anymore with, like, Arman Flint. It just makes it, it just freezes things even faster. He has a hyper armor stance that builds ecstasy gauge when he gets hit, and high ecstasy buffs his damage and specials. That actually sounds dope as fuck. Power level of all the other shit just makes it feel weak. It's kind of like, I mean, the thing that makes it strong is just the existence of the Icebreaker and how good of a synergy the Icebreaker has with Zane. It definitely is a lot weaker now just because of Arman Flint. Like I was saying, Arman Flint kind of does the same thing. As long as you're ADS and you have cryo damage, you're going to be freezing things pretty effectively. But I do notice a very big difference. Not very big, but I do notice enough of a difference for me to still run it. In like, I mean, I talk about it, I think, in the Ultimate Zane build. I really like it. It does come down to personal preference. It is definitely, I do get what you mean. Because it used to be a crazy strong still when it was a lot harder to consistently freeze things. But having Zane not have to rely on cryo efficiency is really nice. It's also incredibly strong for builds that can't run competent competence. Or not competent competence. Fucking the other one, Arman Flint. I think it's still up there as one of his best skills. Ignoring Blue Tree, I should say. Excluding Blue Tree because that tree is just cracked. So I should spend my Guardian tokens. Do I have some chests to open? Can I do a little loot box opening? Oh my lord, I can do a loot box opening. Let's fucking go. Okay, cool. All right. Does Redux buff diamond key chances, or was that just fucking crazy? What the fuck was that? If I get a third one in these next 15, I'm going to assume that the chances were buffed. If I don't, that might have just actually been some crazy RNG. Might install Redux for 3. The fact that it makes Green Tree and Conductor usable is enough for me. I think that's part of what really just made it kind of so refreshing for me to get into, especially when I got burnt out, was that just it opens up so much more builds for Zane. I'll show this build. I do have a full build video on this build on my channel. It's an old one, but it's there. So yeah, Tom Cool collected just to upkeep Conductor. I use an old god for obviously boosting up that shock damage. Right, no anointments in this. It's actually a pretty solid Conductor. Holy shit, I got splash and crit on it. Of course, Nerves of Steel is really what makes Green Tree good. I mean, part of what makes Green Tree good. Nerves of Steel is 12% crit damage per stack. Meaning at 15, what is that? 2 times 5 is 10. So 50, 65% crit damage from that. No, that does not seem right. That is not right at all. Hold on. My brain ain't working. I'm getting a calculator. I don't want to embarrass myself further than I already have. 180%. There we go. It's 180% fucking crit damage from one skill. Just for comparison, one of Zane's best skills is Headsman's Hand, which gives you like 50-ish, 50 to 60%. Somewhere between there. I'm not doing math. I'm not doing math today. But yeah, Nerve of Steel is fucking cracked. Confident Competence is also buffed. This is 100% bonus damage. This is not gun damage. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure this was changed to either V1 or V2. I can't quite remember. But it's pretty fucking good. And then everything else is kind of the same, I'm pretty sure. This is buffed. Health regen across the board was buffed because lifesteal was heavily nerfed. Salvation is not really worth picking up for Zane anymore. So not only is this just a good skill, this hasn't been nerfed. So Refreshment is actually his best lifesteal now. But yeah, that's kind of the idea behind the build. Everything else is kind of still generic. Aside from just not getting Army and Flint because I can't get both. But it's not very necessary for this build because this is 25% V2. This is 100. This is literally better than Army and Flint. Like it's the only reason you go deep into Purple Tree in Redux is pretty much for Erasure. Like Army and Flint literally is not worth it if you can just run Confident Competence and Brain Freeze. Unless you're going for like one of the dot builds. I accept how smooth my brain is. 0 wrinkles. See, that's kind of like the meme for a lot of my videos. I mean, also just any stream where I'm doing math. I'm a fucking idiot. Borderlands is like the only thing that I'm actually smart at. So that's why I do what I do. But no, I use I know what the math is. I'm just bad at doing the actual math myself. Which is really funny because I actually did pretty decently at math in school. It's just that I haven't been in school for a minute. I mean, except for the one math class that I got a 54% in, but literally the next semester I then got an 80 in calculus. Would you say cryo weapons are the best for Zane if you were running an executor? I had a discussion with Ancient Rune, but he said matching elements are better without cryo roll on V-Rush. So I would say not necessarily cryo's better. Cryo does out damage corrosive with an executor, like on armor. So if you are using an executor, there's not really a point to using a corrosive weapon on armored enemies. Was that it? Hold on. Did I see two fucking... Okay, no, I'm just crazy. So I don't do it because I usually use or have cryo on my anointments. The only exception to that is I have a cryo light show that I use pretty often because, God, it's kind of hard to say. Like, numbers wise, most of the time matching element is going to get you more damage. The thing is, that's if you're swapping efficiently. The reason cryo ends up being pretty damn strong of an element is because it's strong against armor. It's it's somewhat weaker. Let me actually pull up the chart real quick. This will be easier to explain with a visual aid. Let me give you some visual aids real quick. Here we go. Just open this image. Okay. So this is the damage chart. Cryo is 100% effective against flesh. It is nerfed against shields, and it is stronger against armor. So this is why cryo radiation is the best element combo for just general mobbing without swapping anything. Because radiation, both of these are 100% effective against health. Radiation is bad against armor, but good against shock. And cryo's bad against shock, or bad against shield and good against armor. So these two elements completely cover your bases. The thing is, they aren't as strong against armor or shield as shock and corrosive are. With Zane and with the Executor, this changes. So cryo actually becomes better than corrosive. So corrosive is out of the equation. There's no point here. But you are getting nerfed against shields, and cryo isn't as effective against HP as incendiary. And there's like, because it's only 100%, this is 150, this is only 25% more, this is 75% more. So it does become better against flesh still. Like, you are getting a bigger boost against these two. But if we just we can just assume that it gives about a 25% increase, because I mean, it kind of does. I don't think it's exactly that. I don't think it's how that math actually works. Well, no, that actually is it. It's about a 25% increase. So this only goes to like 75%. This goes to 125. You're still missing out. So like, it is more effective to swap your weapons to match element. But if you don't want to element swap, you kind of don't have to. Like, I don't do it often. I usually only swap elements. I only match elements if, words. If I'm going into a boss. Otherwise, I'll usually just use some combo of cryo and radiation. Usually I use cryo because it has a higher base damage on the weapon, and then you use radiation as your ASE. But because my general build uses Sentinel cryo, I do end up element matching. So like, I have a bunch of shock and incendiary versions of my weapons that have ASE cryo or Sentinel cryo on them. I hope that made sense. I don't know if you can tell, I am incredibly caffeinated today. It fucking hit hard as fuck, so I hope I'm actually making sense and not talking too fast. I hope that helped. If you have any further questions, feel free. I'm gonna go clean and pack. If you need me, scream. A second whistleblower for Boeing has died of a sudden illness. Damn, that really sucks. It's really unfortunate, this epidemic of sudden illnesses. The sudden illness truly is a strange phenomenon. You know, we have been getting a hell of a lot of cryo fucking tattlers today. So maybe if I do manage to get the hybrid, maybe it'll actually be a cryo one and I'll be happy. And it won't be a really shitty radiation one.
Personal space.
All right, have fun, Ivy.
On the house. Open your bloody eyes.
God, that is a really bad one. Enemy shields and Balefire are like cutting through warm butter anyways, so dedicating any kind of your damage to it is worthless, especially with all those Zane's damage buffs. Yeah, shields are pretty weak for the most part. That's why radiation is more than enough to take care of them, but that's also like literally just assuming you're not running a Revolter. Which, as much as I fucking hate the Revolter, let's be real, is there any case to assume that someone isn't running a Revolter? Like, literally 90% of builds slotted in at this point. There's very few builds that cannot run it. Not that that's a good thing, but shields pretty much might as well not exist. The only time they're substantial is when they're a boss. I refuse to run it, but I like pain. That's the thing. You can, like, choose not to run it. Even then, enemy shields still are not great. I need to stop getting closer, because every time I do that, it's really peaking my mic. I hate it. I fucking hate the Revolter. I will forever die on the hill that the best shield meta was the Old God meta. Old God was the better just slot in and go shield because it wasn't stupidly broken. It still gave a really good bonus, and it still allowed for other shields to have a place. The Revolter is just completely fucking batshit broken, cracked, and it kind of just consumes all the space for shields. Like, there's very few. I think the only other shield that is worth using outside of very niche circumstances is like the Infernal Wish or the Frozen Heart. That's kind of what the shield meta is looking like at this point. And I hate it. I really do not like the Revolter. It's not even like the game's balanced around it. Like, the game was perfectly fine without it existing. It's just kind of, that's why it's perfectly valid and it's perfectly doable to play the game without a Revolter, because the game was just never balanced with it in mind. The game was not balanced under the impression that every single Vault Hunter was going to be running. Every single Vault Hunter but Moze was going to be running around with fucking 200% shock damage and fire rate. Guess I'm just going to go cryo anyways. Having any ASE Rad and Revolter makes shields non-existent. Just wondering what would be the best anointment if I'm not running Sentinel. If you're not running Sentinel, then the best anointment, if you're running, what are you running? Because it kind of depends. If you're doing like double active, then it'll be a little rougher. If you're using Mantis, then probably just ASE element or ASE splash, depending on if you're using splash weapons or not. Hell, you could also do, well, if you're using slow fire rate weapons like Jacobs and stuff, you could do barrier crit. I don't like barrier crit that much. It's a good anointment, but it has a fucking internal cooldown. I think. I can't remember if that was actually removed or not. I feel like I remember. I can't remember if there was just a lot of people that wanted it to be removed or if it actually was removed in a patch. But that is a pretty good anointment for some builds. Cannon any still? Then yeah, probably just ASE. ASE Rad, ASE Splash. gonna be your best bet for a majority of things. Revolter cheesed the game. It proved right with all the old heads complaining about BL3 compared to BL2. Yeah. Dude, see, I don't like talking about things that I see, because I'm always like, I don't know, I don't want to just talk about random people on the internet, but then I'm like, well, they're random people on the internet that posted publicly, so like, it's whatever. But no, I saw a comment on, I was gonna try to keep it more whatever words. There was a fucking comment that I saw, and it was on a fucking clip of one of the BO3 raid bosses just being fucking nuked. I was just talking about how easy the game was. And I don't understand that. Like, there's things about BO3 that are easier than the other games. Like, that's undeniable. That being said, do I think overall the game is easier than BL2 or fucking BL1? Not really. I don't think it's that much easier. I don't think it's there's a substantial my biggest thing would be that I think it's easier because there's not a true Vault Hunter mode playthrough. You can just do normal mode and then crank it into the end game. You don't actually have to do a playthrough of the game being scaled up. But like, saying that watching a clip of a raid boss being fucking nuked in BL3 is proving that the game is easier than previous games only works if you're talking about specifically BL1, but I think this person was talking specifically about BL2. I think they said that it was easier than BL2, and I'm like, there's so many videos of raid bosses being fucking decimated in BL2. Like, that's been a thing in the franchise. I don't think any of the games are hard. Like, I'm gonna be honest, not that there's anything wrong with being bad at video games, but if you believe that any of the Borderlands games at all are difficult, there's difficult aspects to them, but if you think that the games as a whole are difficult, it is a skill issue. They are not like fucking Dark Souls. The shit ain't Cuphead. Like, they're pretty easy video games. The most difficult part of them is understanding the math, man. Like, that's the most difficult part is like build crafting. Actually being able to make an effective build is probably the biggest learning curve in Borderlands games. People be like, BO3 is so easy, and at the same time proceed to stop playing at OP0 and don't touch any of the raid bosses because they are a mess. Exactly. That's the other thing. Like, the things that could be considered hard about BL2 are things that most people don't even like, because it's not even that they're hard, it's that they're stupid and unfair, or just unfun. That's it. Those are the points that I can concede where BL3 is easier, but I think it's easier for the better. It's easier in the sense that it's fun. The challenges in BL3 are actually enjoyable and not frustratingly unfair. Or boring. And again, the True Vault Hunter mode thing. I think True Vault Hunter mode in 2, I think True Vault Hunter mode in 2 is the most difficult playthrough. And in 3, it's literally normal mode again.
Still got it.
But yeah, I don't know. I've never found any of the games to actually be difficult. Most of the Souls aren't. Yeah, I use that because Souls games are the classic example. But I mean, Souls games, like, I don't know. It kind of just depends on how you define difficulty in video games, which is very subjective. Souls games are kind of just like throwing yourself at a brick wall until you learn how to go around it, you know? It, like, Souls games are just kind of trial and error. But, like, those are usually the classic example of a tough video game. And they are. Like, they take... You have to... There's a big learning curve with each boss. Like, undeniably so. That's just the basics of the game. I'll use a better example. It's no Battletoads, you know? I think one of the Boeing executives has an anthro plane fetish. I hope so. Dude, I want a plane to sit on my face. Not an anthro one, though. I mean, I guess it could be an anthro one. Either way, I just really need, like, a couple thousand tons of metal to crush my fucking skull, you know? But no, I think it's kind of just part of that weird BL2 elitism. Like, a lot of people just desperately try to feel better than others because they play BL2 and it's their favorite game. It's really weird. Because it's only the BL2 people. Like, the people, the BL1 guys are just, like, vibing. They're just enjoying their fucking 20-year-old game. The 3 TPS players, myself included, I mean, more so just sit in their corner and sulk that Luxy Space Cruise never got to exist. And, I don't know, BL3 players probably just enjoy their shit. I don't really see BL3 players, like, doing the shit that BL2 players do. It's just BL2, and I don't know why. I've played through Bloodborne at least 100 times by this point because I'm autistic, so that might be bias on my part. I mean, honestly, well, that's the thing. Like, the Souls games have learning curves to them. I think that's what most people say difficulty is. But under that definition, again, like, Borderlands still isn't difficult. The only learning curve is in build crafting. And all the games have that much of a learning curve. And I honestly, in that, if you go by that metric, BL3 probably has the highest potential to learn about, like, making builds and shit. But I disagree with that as being what difficulty is, because I don't think BL3 is the most difficult Borderlands game. I also don't think it's the easiest, though. I think BL1 was the easiest, followed by the pre-sequel. But the pre-sequel thing is mostly because it doesn't really have an endgame. Oh shit, wait. I've never seen 2 drop. I've never seen 2 drop. Holy fuck. I don't want to get too excited. I've never seen 2 drops. I don't know if it's the caffeine or not, but my hand is literally fucking shaking. Wait. No fucking way, man. I need to calm down. I need to relax. There's literally no way. Oh my god, it's a fucking storehouse! No! Oh, man! Fuck! I thought that meant something. I thought 2 fucking Tattlers dropped, and I was like, okay, it's probably just like, maybe it's in a separate loot pool or something, and that's how they do it. But no, it's just a fucking Storoses. Oh my lord. Dude, I just like... Oh, I think I just like reverse orgasmed. I just felt like it just got like reverted. I was like on the edge there and then it just got like sucked back up into me. Holy fuck, that sucks. I got burned, Staros. Fuck me. Fuck me, dude. I'll take Battletoads over farming God Roll class mods and arms race. Difficulties defined in different ways. Exactly. I'll take 5 fingers up my ass over calm farming. I'm watching the stream trying to get a decent stack bot for Vlados and I'm going effing insane. God, I hope comms are in no way similar to BL3 for BL3. Bro just got a knoner. That I did. But no, that is I think I mentioned it already. That's one of the like discussion-y videos that I want to make. Is just talking about the problems with class mods, and I mean not just 3. I think class mods have been a problem in every game. I think it's just so much more with 3 and Wonderlands, especially. Wonderlands is even more so. Hold on. Okay. Oh. The base 10 remaining pre-sequel players. It's such a good game, man. It really is a shame that it died so early. I genuinely think you know what? It probably, had it have gotten that support, eventually it probably would have built up that, the fan base that BL2 currently has, and everyone would hate the pre-sequel fan base. But I think it would have at least been warranted. I think if the pre-sequel actually got all the content that it should have, there's a possibility that it would have still just been better than BL3. Even without all the quality of life stuff. I still would have loved BL3, but I don't know, maybe it's better for the best that the pre-sequel didn't fucking ever get to be what it could have been, because everything that came after it would have felt even more pathetic. Because the pre-sequel already has some of the best designed characters and by far has the best storytelling in the franchise. So if it also had the best content, bro, this franchise would have been dead. It would have peaked. It would have been the fucking Borderlands, the peak sequel. That was good and I don't want to shoot myself in the head. Now we're just getting so many SF forces. I just want to get sick of farming gear, so I just save edit that shit. How dare you? Despicable. I just hope 4 is good. I got faith. My faith is going to be shattered if we get an announcement this year, though. Like, genuinely. I'm going to be, like, right now, I have a lot of faith. If we get an announcement within 2024, my faith meter about to plummet. I think the game needs as much time as it can have. I don't want it to be rushed out whatsoever. And I feel like 2024 as an announcement would probably be a bad sign. I would want it to be announced like mid 2025. I doubt it's going to be this year too. I really do. I'm thinking like my current prediction. I hate to say prediction because I'm like, it's not that I'm actually like trying to predict that this is going to be the date and I'm going to be upset if I'm wrong. I'm thinking it'll be sometime around May of 2025. I hope it's 2026. Like as a release or as an announcement? Because as release, yeah, I think 2026 would be good. Honestly, I'd be okay with 2027. Like early 2027. But I think it's gonna be 2026. I don't know if people know this or not. Know this or just don't do it, but you can skip menu by just spamming W and E and you go straight to loading screen after save quitting. Wait, what? Oh no, okay, I see what you mean. Hey, a sourpuss. So like oh shit. Like it goes straight in. I didn't realize it was actually going to be like that quick. Holy fuck. Release? Yeah, I think 2026 would be a good release date. 99% not building a brand new engine for BL4 like they did for BL3. If this is the third game on this engine, then the development cycle should go faster. Wonderlands did launch pretty clean. It was just shitty choices afterwards. See, I do agree with that. Like, it shouldn't take as long. The thing is, I wouldn't mind if they took as long. Like, I want this game to be good. I don't want it rushed in literally any sense. So, like, and I'm perfectly content with, like, the games we currently have. I could absolutely be held over for, like, another year before an announcement. I think Wonderlands is the reason that people are kind of antsy for something. I think Wonderlands' release and then like subsequent floppage is what kind of started everyone like really wanting some more content. Because people were just like, after Wonderlands, people got really antsy. And it's just because like it was kind of it was a little bit of a cock tease. Like they dangled this really cool game in front of us and then we're like, it's gonna flop now. Let me test Automod. I'm a basic white male and I love mayonnaise. What are you, a fucking white supremacist? Jesus Christ. Get that fucking racist rhetoric out of my Twitch chat. No, but I'm like, I wouldn't mind a 2027 release. I don't think that's going to happen, though. I'm thinking it's going to be 2026. I just hope it's not 2025. I think if it's a 2025 release, then it's going to have problems. Because the big thing for me is gameplay-wise, I think it'll be fine. But I don't think that, like, I think that they can flop on the story as much as they want. I don't give a fuck. The story really means nothing to me. Like, it's cool. I'm invested in the story. I want the story to be good. But to me, the important thing is gameplay. That's unfortunately not the case with the wider community. And, I mean, the video by Bug Race, I think, did a really good job. I don't totally agree with, like, everything that was said in it. I think that it was a fantastically presented video, though, and even the things that I don't agree with, he made me more so understand the points for. He's absolutely right, though. Like, that is the perception of the community, and if the story of Borderlands 4 fucking sucks, it's going to suck for the franchise. And for that, I want them to take their time. I think they could nail gameplay for a 2025 release. I don't think they could nail the story for 2025. I guess I should say I don't think they could nail both a story and gameplay for 2025. Also, still trees. Unironically, like, I understand I'm a single guy and I'm comparing my experience to what is a team of people that have been doing this for years, but making a skill tree takes a lot of fucking effort. And I didn't even try to, like, properly balance shit or anything. Like, of course I didn't work on it consecutively. That was 7 months of just, like, on and off. But the actual, like, compilation of all of that work was probably, like, a solid week straight, probably 2 weeks straight of, like, work days. And that was without, like, any sort of balancing and stuff. So I imagine, like, actually trying to get some shit somewhat balanced and, like, synergizing and shit probably takes a lot of fucking effort. Still trees alone are probably a lot of the workload. The utter bumblefucking of Wonderlands really sent the fan base into a tizzy. It did. Do you think the ticket sales for the Borderlands movie can hurt the franchise? I don't know if even the movie is going to be dubbed and aired here in Brazil, but since there's a lot of famous actors in it, honestly, I'm not so sure. I really think that the Borderlands movie is going to release. No one's going to give a fuck. Not, like, the fans, not the devs, not anyone. And they're just gonna fucking wipe their hands clean of it, and it'll never be talked about again. That's my bet. That being said, hey, anyone who wants to watch just my reaction and nothing more than just my reaction to the Borderlands movie when it comes out, join the Discord. 99% of the people who buy the game don't become endgame players, so the story is important for the franchise's health, but not for us freaks who are here to do bullet math. Exactly. I mean, I'm pretty sure like 99% of the players. I don't have the the achievement stats right now, but it's really funny when you look at the achievement stats for like main story progression for games on Steam, because most of the time, like, most games do not retain a player base for even half the game. It's insane. Play the story once per class and then just dupe them to make new builds. I've been doing that more recently, but because of that, I've really been wanting to do a playthrough, which is why I will probably be starting. Oh, hey, 1400. Let's fucking go. I will probably be starting another playthrough pretty soon for stream. I do think it's going to be a one life. I don't know who, though. I'm going to probably roll a wheel for it. Bad story hurts playthroughs and replayability, but nowadays with dialogue skip and shit, I simply couldn't care less. See, I never even, like, mind it that much. I mean, it's probably because I have 2 monitors and usually have something else going on while I'm doing story playthroughs. But whenever fucking, like, someone's blabbing and I just don't care and it's audio that I've heard 20 times in a row, I just tune it out and fucking watch the hardcore gay porn that I'm only looking at for educational purposes on my other monitor, you know? Here's an interesting question. Do you think any bugs from any game were left in the game intentionally or even were intended mechanics but were just perceived as bugs by the community? And don't you fucking dare say offhanding.
Give me an assist.
Offhand. Fuck. I'm sorry. I think they wanted to leave ASC element ricochet multiplying in, but the recursion making the game explode kind of put a wrench into that. I don't know. Did they ever like really talk about that? Because really, I don't think it was like, I think you're right. I don't think it was that unhealthy for really anything other than the recursion. I mean, okay, I guess maybe the carrier and the recursion, but things definitely would have gotten out of hand with that later on in the life cycle. But what other bugs are there that like are still in the games? I can tell you for certain I don't think Boar Explosion was intended. I'm almost certain had that been figured out earlier into the ballot, or like the patches for Purple Tree and shit, Eraser would have been nerfed. Multiple pellet was just a lazy way to code it. I think that is what it is. So like, that's why I think it probably was intentional. I think they just had unintended consequences. Any game in general, not just Borderlands. Minecraft. Minecraft has so much shit that like, oh wait, no, you said like intended that people perceived as bugs. Never mind. That's the opposite. There's a lot of shit in Minecraft that were perceived as bugs by Mojang, but they've just had to keep in because like quasi-connectivity. Quasi-connectivity was not intentional. They tried to remove it and people fucking threw a goddamn fit. And so they learned anything cool that gets discovered that's a bug, they have to patch very quickly before people get used to it. The game Ultra Kill projectile boosting was originally a bug that was made a feature after a couple tweaks. I didn't need to play Ultra Kill. That game looks so fucking fun. It's baffling me how you pay 70 plus for the game and you don't even finish it. Yeah, or at least like play it for, I don't know, man. If I pay 70 bucks for a game, I want to play it for like at least 10 hours. At least. Thanks to Wonderlands is in a better state than that Suicide Squad game. Honestly, is it? The Suicide Squad game at least looks like it has some really fun gameplay. Parry shotgun pellets as they come out of the gun so they explode and do more damage. Hikita flat out said he left it in because it was cool. Ultra Kill seems like such a fucking neat game. I really gotta get into it. I also still need to play fucking Remnant 2. I think I might, if I do get that, I'll probably do that on stream. Remnant 2 seems so fucking dope. I really liked the first game. And the second game really does just look like a complete iteration on like the first game and shit. And it seems like the build crafting is a lot better than in the first one. There's a lot more possibilities. BR3 is not too hard to finish for even a below average gamer, in my opinion. Most of the Borderlands games aren't. I think the only Borderlands game that has like a somewhat prohibitive playthrough is BL1. And it's only because BL1 is very slow and requires a lot of reading. But like, even fucking BL1, BL2 and the pre-sequel have like really subpar fucking completion rates. People just buy games and then do not play them. And like, it kind of makes sense nowadays with like how cheap those games are, but that's kind of just, I'm pretty sure honestly, it probably only went up. All right. Yeah, no, it probably just got better, if anything. Akita actually just did an update for Ultra a few days ago called the Armory Update, where Akita added a majority of the missing weapon variants that we were missing. The game is still early access, but it's a worthwhile purchase, and saying it's like $25. See, the reason I haven't gotten into it is I just fucking have a lot of other games that have been kind of filling that that fast-paced shooter void in my heart currently. Like, I've been playing a lot of, I mean, RoboQuest. RoboQuest is a big part of it, but I also still, I haven't finished fucking Metal Hellsinger yet. And that game's fucking good. So I've just been putting it off. Hellsinger's so good, man. It's such a good fucking game. I'm glad that like it's kind of actually starting to pop off a little bit. Like it's still not at all getting the attention that it deserves, but it's been more and more when I mention it, people know what I'm talking about. And I'm so happy. That game is fucking killer. So I haven't played Remnant 2 yet. Or Neon White. Neon White's another one that I want to fucking get. Oh my lord. I have a very extensive Steam wish list. But Remnant 2 I'm actually thinking about probably picking up soon because it's kind of cheap on G2A. Honestly, like what's stopping me from buying Remnant is I need to kind of burn out a little bit more on Borderlands. Like unironically, I'm like somewhat getting there. I'm not playing it as much as I often do. Not that I'm like gonna fully burn out of it. Don't worry. I'll keep you lads fed with Borderlands content. I just go through phases of like kind of up and down with my Borderlands interest, or not interest, but like just amount that I'm playing it. I need to fall a little bit further, and then I'll probably take a break to buy Remnant and do some streams of that. CD keys is cheaper than G2A from my experience. I've not heard of it, but I will definitely check it out. I do like cheaper. G2A is like the only one that I've ever really used. Dave the Diver's a lot of fun. Didn't that win an award at the Game Awards? I haven't played it, but it did look like a neat little game. I feel like the adventure style Sonic games, Spark the Electric Jester 3 is amazing. Is that like a... That sounds like a Sonic... Is it meant to be like a Sonic clone? Not like a clone, but like Sonic inspired. I haven't actually played the Sonic Adventure games, but I do enjoy Sonic. Casually. I'm not like one of the Sonic freaks. I own no Sonic memorabilia, I promise. At least not that I know of or can remember. Got Robobeat when you get the chance. It's not out yet, but it has the same concept of Metal Hellsinger, but you use your own music. That's fucking sick. Any unofficial site, I can't guarantee anything. I mean, genuinely, like, at this point, it's pretty easy to trust a lot of sites like that. Because of how quickly, like, word spreads of shit going bad. G2A, like, specifically G2A used to be really shit. I've not had a single issue with it in fucking years, though. Just because of the nature of the internet. When shit goes bad, it, like, people fucking, it spreads and people don't use your service. You have to actually have fucking protections against this shit now, otherwise your service dies. Because the first thing, like, I think the first thing most people do when they use a new service that seems somewhat sketchy is Google, is blank safe? And you get an entire list of fucking everyone telling you whether or not it's good or bad. And it's all Reddit. That's the thing. It's fucking all Reddit. That's the one good thing about Reddit. It is, but unironically, it plays better than most Sonic games. I assume so. Most Sonic fan games play significantly better than any Sonic game. I'm not getting excited. I'm going to take a look and see if that's actually two fucking Tattlers before I get hyped again, because I assume it's not. It's not. That looked like the blade of the fucking Tattler. It's a fucking ice burger. One on the Gunslish card will tell you it's a hybrid. It's supposed to have 2 red techs. That's it. Easy tell then, assuming it works. Like, genuinely, I've not seen this drop in game. I was just told when I asked about it in the Redux Discord that it'll have 2 red techs. But that's pretty much the only information I've ever gathered on this hybrid. So, like, I don't even know if it drops properly. I don't know if it'll actually show the 2 red techs. Maybe it's bugged. Maybe it doesn't actually exist. I got no idea. And at this point, I've just come to the assumption that it doesn't. With all these rhythm-based games coming out, I hope Vib Ribbon makes a comeback. I've never heard of that. I want Rock Band to come back, man. Fucking love Rock Band. I mean, Rock Band 4 is, like, technically still alive. They still upload, like, downloadable songs, but you have to pay money for them. So, like, it's technically still a live service. But that's why I want more Rock Band. I was part of the dev team. Spark is so fire. Me when Freeman kissing 100% safe non-virus site I found seems somewhat sketchy. Rock Band believers greater than mid-hero fans. I hate Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero fucking stinks. It stinks like fucking rotten feces. Dear Lord. I hate the fucking Guitar Hero controllers so much. They feel like such shit. The buttons are just gross and like fucking thick and sticky, and I hate it. Fuck it. We'll smog it up. Till Ryan finds out about the prompt critical unkempt Herald hybrid. Listen, I'm only going for one, alright? If this is what I can expect, I'm only doing one. No, and the only drop rates I know for one of the hybrids is the one that drops from the fucking film buff guy. Like the guy, or no, not Ramsden. The guy that you kill in the film buff quest, he drops a fucking hybrid with the the Polybius. And something else. And that's a 1 in 700. So that is the only hybrid that I know the drop chances of, and I kind of just like have to go off that for what I can assume the drop chance for this is. So either it's not 1 in 700 or I've been incredibly unlucky. Because we have now officially hit, even if it's like 1 in 700 for specifically it itself, I have now hit over 700 drops average. I haven't actually been counting, but it's about a 50-50 on what drops for every run because it's a 100% drop chance. But, man, this one kind of sucks. Granted, it is a fucking radiation one. So I could definitely just be getting very unlucky at this point. This one is approximately 1 in 18,000. No, that sounds about right. I'll try to get to 14. You know, I'll set the goal for now to 1430. And we'll see how I'm feeling from there if we'll maybe continue to 1450. I don't know why I ADS'd. I've just realized there's no point to me ADSing. I don't have our man Flint. Just like the stopgap farm, we go again. I still do not know what happened with that stopgap. Like, that was fucking wild. I have to assume with that, like, there was just something that I was not understanding that was blocking it from dropping. Like, it must be a locked farm until a certain level. Or some shit. Because there's no fucking way. Context, in my Hyperion Flak playthrough, I went over 100 fucking runs of the stopgap and it didn't drop. Of the stopgap of 15% drop chance. It took me over 100 runs. I did 100 runs. I didn't get to drop. And then I came back at the end of the playthrough to see if I could get it to drop. And it dropped within the next 3. You didn't seem to know. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Galista went around and was like asking people if anyone knew anything weird about the stopgap. So, like, I think the proof that I currently have of how that farm works tells me that I legitimately just went 100 runs without seeing a 15% drop chance weapon or item. But that seems fucking next to impossible. Like, that statistically, that just does not seem possible. But there is footage of it. It was completely vanilla too. Like, there was nothing weird going on. I didn't change anything else when I went back. Like, it was the same fucking, I hadn't done anything to the game. It's not like I had any mods whatsoever. It just decided I'm not going to drop. Impossible, more like very improbable. It is like next to impossible. Here's my Hyperion pistols, Randy. He's fucking hoarding them for himself. Had that happen in Wonderland's Redux. I farmed Kate the Hate Troll over 100 times and didn't get either of the 2 drops. It's just fucking nuts. I'm just very unlucky with 1 in 15 drop chances specifically. Or not 1 in 15, excuse me, 15% drop chances. 15% drop chances have always given me problems. Like in CO or with COV Mo's, I fucking had a really tough time getting a Starosis. Did you get the Fire Relic Dragon drops when you farm the star cap? I think that has a level cap. So I don't think I did. But I'm pretty sure that's the only drop of his that's supposed to have a level lock on it. Here we go. I'll get more luck by using the Tattler. I want the synergy, Randy. Give me it. I do miss the synergies. They were so fucking good. But Randy's using a synergy to curl his hair or some shit. He's using it for penetration purposes. There's no doubt in my mind. He's riding that shit. Back in the day, I had 0 sham drops from the bunker and over 200 runs talking about crappy RNG. My bad luck with Borderlands tends to be not with drops, but bad parts. I get a lot of drops, but always bad rolls. Instead, I got 5 slaggers with Tedior grip in a row while farming. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's rough. His Randy go round. God, I'll never be invited to fucking official Borderlands events no matter how big I get. Hey, listen, at least you guys know I will never be a show because there is no way Gearbox will ever give me money. Maybe the stopgap accidentally shared the level lock with Relic. Well, that's the thing. That was my initial assumption, but like anyone I was fucking asking was saying that that was not the case. I'm also pretty certain that I've gotten a stopgap below that level before. I think I leveled up to the level lock while I was farming. And after that, I still didn't get it, but I think I did. I might have gotten... Oh, it was a really long time ago. I'd have to go back to the VOD. Is that the Tattler from pre-sequel? Is the Tattler in the pre-sequel? I honestly can't even fucking remember. I don't remember a lot of the guns unless I extensively used them in that game. Isn't Tattler Hyperios drop? Yeah, it's a SMG in BL2. I can't remember if it existed in the pre-sequel though. Watching this kind of feels like watching Jolt's farm for a perfect sham in BL2. It took him forever. This is pretty much my sham drop. This is my white whale. It wasn't in TPS? Okay.
Letting you do the work. That wasn't so hard, was it?
Yeah, now we're getting a bunch of fucking SF forces. Dear Lord. Fast Talker, that was it. The Fast Talker was fucking awesome. Fast Talker was a goat. I love that thing. I claimed it very early. And I didn't realize that, like, it was only... I think it's only one per character, but I think you can get more on other characters. Because I think you can, like, reclaim all of them on different saves. If I'm remembering correctly. But I claimed it on my one character, and I was really fucking bummed because I was like, damn, I can't get that for the rest of my playthrough. Because it wasn't, like, a max save yet. But I fucking love that thing. That was like, the original burr gun. The torrent before the torrent. Which, I mean, well, I guess it was the torrent with the torrent, but it was the torrent before the BL3 torrent. Because the pre-sequel torrent was kind of not great. Pretty much focused entirely on glitch weapons in the pre-sequel. Loop was so busted. I loved glitch weapons. Glitch weapons were so fucking fun. That's how you do a proper new fucking rarity. BL2 was stupid with all the new rarities, just as they were fucking pointless. Glitch was actually a very cool and very unique take as a rarity. It was a rarity that deserved to be a separate rarity. Bonksy Gun and Boomicorn were really cool. I wish the Boomicorn was like a little bit better, but the Boxy Gun's fun. What was your longest farm? This. At least, like, from what I've counted, but I'm almost certain I've never farmed for something. Well, okay. I don't know, because I farmed for relics for a very long period of time before as well. I just haven't counted. This is my longest, like, counted farm. It's also the farm that has been going for, like, the longest period of time. Again, granted, it wasn't, like, consecutively, but I have been on and off of this for, like, a year and a half. The moon face, I think. That thing was really fun. Pre-sequel Torrent was the best SMG in the pre-sequel? Was it? I didn't like it that much. Like, it was alright. I felt like the accuracy on it was kind of too shit to do anything, though. I mean, it might have just been the character that I used it on. But I think it was Athena that I used it on. I just didn't like it on Athena. But I feel like Athena's who would use it good. Love the longest yard. I abused that thing in several of my playthroughs. The longest yard's really funny. I also really like the, right now the Thunderfire is really doing it for me. It's not like, I don't think it's amazing. I think it's definitely better lasers, but it is a damn good laser and it fucking claps ass on Athena.
Take a look at me, little friend.
It also just stacks fucking Maelstrom very fast. Oh, it's really shit on Athena? Okay. Then that would be why I don't like the Torrent. You can't ADS with it on Athena because of reactions. Yeah, that would explain my problem. It felt fucking impossible to hit anything with it, so I was just like, man, this sucks. The thing I kind of miss on BL3 is how morbid the humor was on the older games. In TPS, you win a race against His father tries to attack you because of that, and you straight up murder him. Yeah, no, like, yeah, no, I agree with that. I do miss some of the humor. I think, like, generally to me, I don't think the humor has gotten worse. I think it's just gotten a bit different. But, like, there is still some morbid shit in BL3. It's just not as much. Like, there's, what is it? The fucking Amazing Grace, the where you get that from. You just beat a fucking little girl's records after she died at her fucking birthday party. That's hilarious. That's so fucking funny. Or lose to them? Why would you do that? Why would you ever lose? TPS had a lot of great uniques. I like the Torquemada on Cocktrap. Yeah, I think the pre-sequel was... It probably had the best... Like, the amount... Or the best amount of usable uniques. Most of the uniques were really solid. Suck it up, dead girl. Exactly. I'm just saying, if she wanted to fucking keep her records, maybe don't fucking die. It's a skill issue, man. Don't get eaten by Varkids. Simple as, it's fucking Varkids, bro. This bitch got fucking eaten by Varkids. She doesn't deserve the records. I do. I didn't get eaten by Varkids. Dolls and Tomb Preschool were garbage without ADS. Yeah, I mean, Doll in the previous games was just not as good. I think Doll in 3 is fucking fantastic. But I think in previous games, they were like my least favorite manufacturer, and now they're probably one of my favorites. The Longnail was awesome. Longnail fucking clapped. Stomp that child's records every time. Maybe get better records, dumbass child. Slow down there, Homelander. Homelander, I barely know her. Get ratioed. Yeah, you know what record you can bring into the fucking afterlife? The record of getting fucking ratioed this hard. Dude, it's not even like I go as hard as I possibly can to beat those records. I try my best not to just beat them by a little bit. I try to beat those in as high of a fucking count as I can. Just to show just how much better I am than that dead child. Dying is a still issue. Mid-ass build, exactly. 99% are legendaries and there's over 200 of them. I mean, hey, it gives me a lot of content. So I can't complain too much. BL3 Forgotten would have been a lot shorter, I'm just saying. There wasn't over 200 fucking legendaries. I low-key hate the Calypso twins. I'm aware that's a skill issue, but I really just don't like how they're written. I mean, it's not a skill issue. I mean, well, having opinions is a bit of a skill issue, but, like, it is an opinion. I do like them myself, but I understand why people might not like them. I wish they did go the route of Troy betraying Tyrene. But, like, I really... I mention it whenever I talk about this. I cannot blame them that much. Hey, an upgrade. I didn't actually think that my Tattler could get better. It's barely better, but it is still slightly better. But I mention it every time, and the thing is, like... Wait, what? Where did I have 2 Tattlers in my... Whatever. But, like, Jack is obviously the comparison that gets made a lot, and it's like Jack also had some big missed opportunity shit. So it's like, personally, I like them more than Jack. Character, or like villain-wise. I think they're better villains. Jack is like the more entertaining character, though. She would get clapped by Hemovorus, dude. Wouldn't stand a fucking chance. She died to normal Vorkids. She'd die just upon seeing Hemo. Kick danced on that child's grave. God, that's base. I kind of want to go do that. I might just take a little detour real quick. Pay a visit just to do that. Booting up Power World after a long ass time. I'm sorry for your loss. Emo Twins, Tyrene just doesn't react to anything that happens in the story. She's just an oblivious... What the I've not seen that emote in so long. What is that? Idiot. She's just an oblivious idiot the entire time. That's a good emote. God, I love this fucking shit. I mean, I don't know if she's necessarily oblivious. I think it's more that she just, like, is very overconfident. Because that's kind of what fucks her. Is she's in, like, she has fucking god powers. Her overconfidence is kind of warranted. But she kind of fucks herself with that overconfidence. So she's just like, whatever we do doesn't really phase her. Because she's like, yeah, whatever. I'll fuck him up. We're the dead child to her. Jack is also overconfident. I think it's a different way, though. Jack is overconfident because he has a fucking massive ego. Tyrene's overconfident because she has a massive ego, but she has a massive ego because she has literal god powers. Like, she is the embodiment of, nah, I'd win. She doesn't give a fuck because she's like, I can literally siphon fucking power from anything. I'm going to become a literal fucking god. I'm going to actually siphon the power from the fucking thing that eats fucking galaxies. So I kind of get why she wouldn't, like, really care too much. And, like, there is moments when she does. Like, what is it? I'm thinking of it. I hear the line in my head. I'm trying to remember exactly the moment that it happens. But I remember there is a moment when she actually does kind of, like, falter a little bit. I was like, oh, shit. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs. Got some more emotes. It's been a while since I've added some new emotes. What do we got here? Uh-oh. Just sign in. Oh, Lord. Dude, 7TV is like shitting itself right now. Say shitting itself. It's shitting my browser. I hate that. There you go, Glista. Enjoy. Oh, yeah. She's the embodiment of those fighting game clips of someone taunting only to instantly get bodied. Yeah, it's kind of why I love her. I find it funny. Her biggest downfall was accepting that, or not accepting that she isn't a plot. Fuck. Words. Was not accepting she isn't a Vault Hunter with plot armor jujitsu. Yeah. She just wasn't prepared. BO3 Forgotten would be way shorter if people actually tested weapons instead of watching top 10s. Yup. Or just listening to Reddit comments. Tyrene moaning the entire Troy fight makes me want to kill myself every time. No, I think it's a really good strategy because it makes me incredibly horny and I can't focus. I see you, Rez. Have a good one, brother. Thanks for stomping on by. Where is his head? Jesus Christ. I don't fucking find it in the ice blob. $14.42 and still going strong, far more resilient mentally than I. No, I've just completely fucking rotted my brain out of my skull. My fucking mental faculties were lost somewhere around like the 500 mark. And so we're just going. Use Headsplosion. I do not have a Headsplosion, but I can use this. This is close enough. Whose Vault Hunter's game design are you most disappointed in? Do you mean like visual design? Or oh no, you said game design, so I assume you mean like actual gameplay. Probably Gage. I mean, I feel like, oh Lord, I feel like that's the obvious, or the obvious, the basic bitch answer is Gage, but like Gage is a cool design. I like the idea of robot pet. She's just shit and lame as hell to play. Like, she has cool ideas. She's just not good with the parts of her that are cool. A second for me would be Flak, but that's only because Flak doesn't do what I want Flak to do. Flak can't snipe, and that's what I want out of the hunter characters, to snipe. But like, I do like Flak for what he can do. It's just disappointing that he can't do that thing. That's mental resilience? I don't know what you're on about. We got different definitions here. I just have an incredibly low chromosome count, but I mean, hey, if that's what makes me resilient, then so be it. Gage is quite literally Anarchy build or die, and that's pretty ass. Yeah, and Anarchy's really boring. Athena does Anarchy way better. Gage was like, I mean, Gage fucking limped so Athena could sprint. So Athena could fucking Usain Bolt out of there. Got a fucking boomer? Fuck it, is the boomer good in Redux? Let's find out. People try to build Flak like Zero and it's really hard to follow him up. Yep. That's how I want Flak to play, but he just doesn't. I do actually, the build that I run in BL3's Forgotten, I think, I want to change it because like it works for some guns and I think it's a good, it's words. It's the fucking, like 3-shot fadeaway spam for ASEs. And the general idea is you use multi-pellet weapons to very quickly go in and out of fadeaway. And I use that build for BL3's Forgotten because to me, it seems like a very good build to just like generally showcase weapons. And I try to use more general builds for Vault Hunters. That's why like my Amara is also ties that bind ASE spam, because those are the types of builds that kind of show off the gun itself more than anything. This also is not doing that hot. And so that's kind of the closest Flak build I could get to that. But it also doesn't really work as well for some guns that have like single pellets because I can't go in and out of fadeaway. But that's the build I'm going to talk about real quick. It plays almost identically to Zero, where you just fade in and out of combat. And I love it. Because you're constantly using fadeaway. It's almost exactly like Deception. The problem is like that's only in actual gameplay. he does still, like, you are using multi-pellet fast fire rate guns to pop in and out of it. But that's as close as Flak can kind of get to playing like Zero. And then the closest one-shot build he has is with the rocket launchers, which he is very fucking good at. I love Flak, but going invisible and spraying a Monarch into an enemy seems so out of place for the Hunter character. Yeah. I think the only thing, so I often do, I fucking repeat myself so much while streaming, but I don't know. It's probably what I'm supposed to do. I just gotta keep blabbing. But with Flak, it's like, I like the concept that they went with him as the Hunter character. I think having a DPS focused Hunter character is interesting. Except Gorillas in the Mist. I think Gorillas in the Mist really fucking takes me out of that fantasy. Like, staying invisible and mag dumping is really awkward to me. I think anything else is cool. I think it's really neat. And it's a unique take as a DPS focused Hunter character, but dear God, that's a little too much DPS for me. English. He's Zero with a different weapon focus. Yeah. It's a really cool concept. I just think the execution on it could have been a little bit better, and I do wish he had the option of going snipers. Like, he can. The problem is the best way that you do snipers with him is the Stonemasher, and that's literally it. Like, if it's Two Fang, man. Two Fang is the problem. Like, unironically, Two Fang is the problem. Flak's Two Fang, I should say. I think Flak's Two Fang, the chance of it spawning should scale with the fire rate of the weapon. That way, if you're using a sniper rifle, like a slow firing, if you're using a Jacob sniper rifle, say it's like 50%. Like, every other shot you're getting Two Fang. That alone would make Sniper Flak far more viable. While Two Fang would still be good for, like, fast fire rate builds that use single projectile weapons, like Chaosin or something. And it would still be useless for multi-pellet builds. Like, that alone makes that still have 3 different identities across the different builds. Worthless, somewhat good DPS increase, very strong one-tap potential. It would also make Big Iron Flak even better, exactly. Right now, Two Fang is only useful in such a niche-ass build. Or, like, type of build, which is that single projectile fast fire rate. And the other thing that would make it better, you guys know the blue Fang, I think it's told. Let me pull this up real quick for anyone who has not seen it. I talked about it in a pretty old video. It was one of the videos about data mined guns. I think it was the second one, or data mined gear. I always forget how laggy Redux makes my computer. I can't wait to get the new one. Come on. My browser just totally froze. I'm asking too much of it. Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. We back? We good? Okay. So, I'm gonna not do that. The Blue Fang is a class mod that exists in the game files, This is why I use Opera. I do use Opera. It's just that Redux makes Redux on top of streaming to both YouTube and Twitch makes my computer run real slow. It's totally fine with base game Borderlands. It's just when I have Redux going. But the Blue Fang is a data mine class mod. It unfortunately doesn't function, but like you can read the card of it. And what it was supposed to do is when you're in fadeaway, when you kill something, it has a chance to refund a fadeaway charge. Nice little troubleshooter. I'd give that a go. Fuck it. See how the troubleshooter works. I mean, I say see how the troubleshooter. I'm sure it's yeah okay. But that would have been fucking sick, man. If like I think it was like a 15 or 20% chance. So it was kind of low. I wish it would. I think if it actually existed, it would need to be a little higher. But yeah, if you kill an enemy, you have a chance to refund a fadeaway charge. You could potentially be in fadeaway and just one tap enemies forever, and that would have been so cool. But unfortunately, that just did not ever actually make it into the game. Love flack, but oh, I read that message already. Hold on. Actually, you know what? I think the troubleshooter was nerfed to be far more reasonable. Crazy. Mind me asking your specs? I used to rock it nowhere near minimal settings for Battle through my old PC and put 500 hours into the game. Honestly, I do not know. This computer is 10 years old and it's a fucking powerhouse still. Like, it's still very good. Like, it's being pushed to its fucking limits for a decade-old PC, and it still runs pretty damn well. The thing is, I think the one thing I do know is my graphics card is a 960? I think? It's a 9 something. But it's overclocked to all hell. And I remember I was gonna like upgrade it, and I called the place that built my PC. I was like, yeah, I want to upgrade it to oh god, I can't even fuck it. It was a 10. So it was one of the 10 ones. It was one of the newer 10 ones at the time. I was like, I want to upgrade it. And it was like, well, with how we actually have your shit set up right now, it would literally only give you like a 5 FPS, or 5 to 20 FPS increase. I was like, okay, never mind, because it would have been like $600. So like, it's still pretty solid. I need to get a new one because the big thing with it is video editing. The editing itself goes pretty smooth, but I do wish it could render a little bit faster. Yeah, this is actually like reasonable for the troubleshooter. That's crazy. That means I don't want to use it though. It's not broken. You know what we can use? Let's do the Excessus Mortis a little go. Where did the troubleshooter just go? Oh, there it is. I'm just blind. What did I spend on it? 2,500. It was an expensive PC. But again, that was like, I mean, probably even more than 10 years ago. No, it probably would have been about 10 years ago. I think my PC may actually have just turned 10 years old at some point this year, or will turn 10 years old some point this year. So I think I got it. Fuck, when did I get? I don't even remember what fucking year I got this. I think it would have been, okay, no, it's coming up on 10 years because I think it would have been 2015 or 2016. It was 2,500. I mean, can't I check? Hold on. Isn't there like a... What do I pull up to check my fucking thing? It's a little bonkers. I'm gonna be price spending another like 2K on my new one, and I think I already have the parts picked out for that. I need to ask my boys that put it together, but or not put together the parts list. I'm gonna actually build my own PC this time, but yeah, it's going to be another 2K. I do actually have it. I'm just waiting until I move because I don't really want to build a PC here and then have to move it. But I'm upgrading literally everything. The only thing I'm probably keeping is like my hard drives. And even then I'm probably going to be fucking... I don't even know if I'll end up keeping those because I'm probably just going to get better hard drives because they're also kind of old. And I will definitely be getting a much larger SSD because of how fucking cheap those are now. Back when I built this, SSDs were very expensive for anything large. I am on Windows 10. I wasn't until 2 years ago. When I literally, or not even, when I first got back into streaming, which was about 2 years ago, I think, yes, I was still on Windows 7. I hate Windows 10. Fucking hate this shit. I refuse to update. And honestly, I wish I didn't. I forget why I did. It was for a specific game. And I forget what game it was.
Let's crack on.
Optimal flat gameplay is just Action's turret personified. I fucking hate that skill where you have to stand still. That thing fucking sucks. Future BL games, do you think they should go the BL3 route of adding new still trees for existing characters or go back to adding new characters? Honestly, I like both. I know it's asking for a lot. I would prefer new Vault Hunters, but I really like having 4 still trees.
I'm a one-man bloody army.
For me, it was a Just Cause game. I had to update from Windows 7 to XP Element. See, the fact that I can't even remember what game it was that I updated to Windows 10 for tells me it probably wasn't worth it. Check P. Okay, hold on. I mean, actually, I'll do it after this. Do one more round and then I'll give it a look. I definitely think the forced still tree needed work on most characters. Yeah, it's not perfect. I just like having it as options. Okay. Windows Start, click Settings. At least you didn't have to deal with the malware that was 8.2. Yeah. This doesn't tell me my fucking graphics card. Or am I missing where that is? Don't remind me about 8.2, I beg of you. I mean, dude, it's just, that sucked. I skipped that entire one. And I'm very glad I was able to. That's friendly fire right there. A little disappointed Flack never got a 4th tree. Yeah, it's a shame. It's a real shame that they were just like, he doesn't need it. At least Zane got a 3rd. True. NVIDIA app tells you. Oh God, do I dare open the NVIDIA app though?
Magic wall. Ta-da!
Actually, I think I might know how to. So, because I'm a fucking whore for Windows 7, I pretty much changed my Windows 10 to be Windows 11 or Windows 7. So I can actually access like some older setting shit. And I might be able to figure out where, I think I remember how to look at it for this. If I go through here, I might be able to find it. Hold on. Oh shit. I don't think I can. Cringe. Okay. Do I at least clean my PC? Let's just say I haven't for a little bit because I'm planning to get a new one anyways. So it's not the best state it's ever been. Alright, let me get the NVIDIA. That is not how you spell NVIDIA. Little disappointed that Mo's only got 2 new skills. I mean, like, one of those is the best fucking skill in the game, to be fair. Okay, I got a, I have a GTX 970. That's what it is. Took me way too long to find that information, but I got a 970. Dude, I could have just opened Minecraft and pressed F3. Fuck. What's wrong with me? It was fucking Sea of Thieves. That's what I updated to Windows 10 for, I think. It was Sea of Thieves. I fucking played that game and then I didn't touch it again for ever. I really want to. I want to get into it. It's kind of a hard game to get into, though. Not that it's like hard. It's just, I don't know. There's quite a lot of learning curve to it. It's also not very fun to immediately go out on the sea and get fucking blown up while I'm trying to learn what the game is going on. But this motherfucker with like 7K hours in the game comes up and just fucking shoots my little ship out of the fucking ocean. Shitball is true. An NVIDIA Microwave 2060. I mean, the thing is, like, see, I'm fully a believer that graphics cards are kind of a scam at this point. Genuinely, I was able to run fucking Cyberpunk pretty damn well. Like, I mean, not fucking on good settings, but I could run fucking Cyberpunk pretty well. When I'm not streaming, Borderlands runs fucking smooth as shit. When I'm streaming, most of the time I still get 60. And granted, I'm streaming to 2 places at once, and I still most of the time get 60. Like, I really haven't had an issue with modern games. I can't run a lot of things at, like, max settings, but I don't really care to run a lot of things at max settings. Like I said, like, this computer is literally almost 10 years old. It's definitely not that great, but it holds up just fine. All right. We'll do 10 more runs. We'll get to 70. Or 1470. But I'm very excited to actually get a new PC. Editing's gonna be so smooth. We have such fucking good, or we recently upgraded our internet. It's so fucking good now. Like, it's like stupidly good. I forget exactly what it is, and I'm too lazy to go do a speed test. But I can fucking upload a video in like 30 seconds. And it's gonna be great when I can actually get my rendering down to a reasonable level. Because right now it's like, I mean, for most BL3's Forgotten, it's only a few minutes, but then it's like, for the discussion videos, it's usually like 20 to 30. And it's not that bad, but it could be so much better. I mean, to be fair, I don't think Cyberpunk really ran good for anyone.
Bullets for you. Everybody gets bullets. Oh, this is a riot.
Almost end of stream and still no decent comm. Gonna play an actual good game after that. Go to 2000? Not today. And yeah, I'm talking about MILF Plaza, the new best game on Steam. I'm still waiting for the DILF DLC. Then I'll be interested. As it stands right now, it's done nothing for me. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if there was like a couple GILFs here and there.
Off you go then.
But God, if there was some good DILFs, whew, then we'd be talking. Yeah, this gun's funny. It's kind of just like retardedly broken, and that's the entire effect of it. Like, it's a mini nuke from Fallout. That's what the Excessus Mortis is. It's a contraband. It's one of the 2 contrabands in Redux. I think this is the one that drops from Scourge, and the other one drops from Anathema. I can show that one off after this, so I think I have that, or do I have it on me? I don't think I have it on this save. It's either in my bank or it's on my FLAC, because I got it during my Redux FLAC playthrough. That's not what I meant to do. I don't think I spammed it fast enough. You told me about the WE thing, and I just remembered it 3 hours later. And I'm like, I should have been doing that this whole time.
Letting you do the work. Still got it.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it fucking exists, fellas.
Is the town red?
This is getting kind of ridiculous.
In case that wasn't clear.
I don't know if I'm ever gonna, like, be able to stop myself. Literally, even if it doesn't exist, I don't think I'll ever be able to quit this farm. But, like, dear Lord. I've returned, your day is worse. Don't worry, my day has been getting progressively worse with each run that doesn't result in a hybrid drop.
Personal space. Need some personal space.
I hate farming. I love it. The WE trick is not working. I don't know why. Maybe I'm not spamming it hard enough. See, I love farming when I know the drop exists. No, I've not found anyone that has actually had it yet. Like, okay, granted, I haven't checked in a really long time. I'm going off of, like, what I tried to learn about this gun years back. It is on the wiki as a possibility. I know that it drops from this guy. Like, it drops from the Tattler location, not the serial killer location. After, like, going a couple hundred runs deep, I went to the Redux Discord, and I was like, okay, I've been farming this, haven't gotten it. How do I know when it actually drops? Will it have, like, 2 red text or something? Is it, like, a different color? Like, how am I actually going to know when it drops? Does it drop from DJ Spin's mouth? I was told, yes, it drops from DJ Spin's mouth, and that it will have 2 red texts. That is all the information that I have. But that's the thing, like, it's words. I've only heard words that it exists. I think even in, like, Epic's video where he talks about the Tattler, he doesn't show the hybrid, but he mentions that it exists. So it's like, I have not seen proof that it's fucking real. But everywhere that I look says that it's real. So, like, this is blind faith. This is blind fucking faith that it actually exists. I might as well be a fucking religious fanatic at this point. I need to start a cult. Hey, if you want to join my Tattler hybrid cult, it's free. You just have to subscribe to twitch.tv/Erotica, and it's free with your subscription. The subscription is not free, but it is free with the subscription. So it's practically free. Especially if you have Prime. It's easy as that. And the benefits of being in the cult is religious brainwashing. Pretty good. Pretty cool. What if it doesn't exist? I've wasted 1,400 runs of my life. Yeah, this could literally just be a huge elaborate troll for Epic that I've just completely fallen for. No, like, this is actually psychotic. Like, unironically, if you look at this outside of the context of me being like, if you look at this outside of being a Borderlands player, this is actually psychotic behavior. Like, unironically, I'm fucking sitting here. I've spent over 2 years farming for a weapon or farming for something that I literally do not know if it exists. I have not seen proof that this is real. I'm going off of the word of random people on the internet that this is real. And off of that, I've dedicated hours over the course of 2 years. Like, that's normal behavior. That seems, okay, not normal, but like that seems like normal behavior to us. Because that's just kind of what we do. We farm stupid shit for way too long. But dude, if you threw like, run an experiment, try to explain this stream to your mother. Try to explain that number to your mom. It's all one big prank. Still a better brain rot than actually being on Reddit. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'd rather fall for this prank than like spend as much time on Twitter as Epic does. Who's really winning? Why flame Eric? I mean, dude, have you seen how much time he spends on Twitter? Like, I don't follow too many people, so like, granted, but anytime I go on Twitter, my fucking feed is just epic. Like, I follow enough people that it probably shouldn't just be a wall of one man's tweets. I love the guy. He's great, but dear God, he does spend a lot of fucking time on Twitter. Oh, so I'm still going. I know I said 1470, but I'm still going. A save editor that would work for Redux? I'm pretty sure any save editor would work because it's not like the Pearl pack where it's like adding new guns. Redux is replacing guns because it's just a hotfix. I'm pretty sure. It's just a matter of actually knowing, like, the mechanics behind making this hybrid work. Like, I don't know exactly what it is that makes this a hybrid. Like, if it is just a combination of the two barrels, but that should end up in some goofiness, I'm pretty sure. But I imagine it wouldn't, so that might mean that it's something else. I have no idea what the actual mechanics are. Pretty sure he's employed by Gearbox now. Is he? That's kind of cool, if so. Shit with the boys versus beefing and losing brain cells on Twitter. Answer's obvious. Exactly. I should be on Twitter losing brain cells right now. I can't believe this. What am I doing with my life if I'm not getting in Twitter arguments? Mom, I just wasted 1,000 hours of my life looking for a cool looking gun that I don't even know if it's actually real or even good instead of going to college. Not sure what branch, though. I mean, it's really cool that he is. It's fucking genius on their part. Dude's fucking great at what he does. Because X is literally the dumbest name ever. It is. I mean, it's great for like a porn site. Which, let's be real, that's pretty much the only thing Twitter's good for. You know what? I'm just going to start replying to every single one of Epic's tweets with fucking see my pussy link in bio. Maybe that'll make him slow down. Maybe I can save him. I can fix him. Favorite manufacturer? In BL3, honestly, probably Doll. I really like Dolan 3. Although Atlas is probably close. It's easily the strongest out of context statement I've heard in my life. I'm just saying, maybe I can help him to stop tweeting so much. If I give him a reason not to tweet. I gotta make him fear it, you know? He has a certain history with Slim Jims. Is that like his Chris Chan arc? His pickle arc? Did someone harass him in a mall in a Slim Jim outfit? I want to be clear, I do like Epic. This is in no way me flaming him. I just enjoy flaming the act of incessant tweeting. He tried a Tabasco Slim Jim once and almost died because it was too hot. Tabasco? Tabasco's fucking great, man. Yeah, no, it's nothing personally against the man. He's from what I can tell, he's a great individual. He does a lot of good for this community. Just, yeah, he's a very, very tweet heavy person. Tabasco shit, it's terrible. Mods, fucking castrate this man. No. Leave one ball. Take the left. I fucking love that shit. Bro, what other hot sauce does nearly as good as Tabasco on eggs? There's not a single other fucking hot sauce I would ever put anywhere near eggs. Tabasco on eggs is killer, man. Jolts likes Epic, so he can't be too... I think everyone likes Epic. I don't think anyone, like, actually dislikes the man. It's just vinegar? Valentina, dumb? What the fuck is... I've never heard of Valentina. That might not exist in Canada. We don't have a lot of hot sauces. I fucking love Epic. No, like, genuinely, I think everyone does. He's a cool guy and he does great work. I think Jolts, Epic, and K6 are like the three people in this community that are just universally liked. It's Mexican gold. Yeah, that would be why. We don't have a lot of like actual Mexican hot sauces around here. I think the only one that you can really get frequently is Cholula, which I do like that. That shit good. Otherwise, I'd have to go to like a fucking... I mean, it's kind of changing. We're actually getting a lot more Mexican immigration more recently, which I'm so fucking glad for, man. The Mexican food in Canada has been lacking. That is a very lacking market here because Mexican Canadians did not really exist. They still don't really exist until, which is really funny because that's what Venture is in Overwatch. For some reason, they're a Mexican Canadian. It's like, that's not a demographic that's actually real. I think it's like 0.4% or 0.0. It's either 0.4 or like 0.04% of Canada as a whole is Mexican. But I think it's been going up recently just as, I mean, America's fucking them. So if they want to come upwards, they're just going to Canada now, which again, I'm so glad for, man. I love Mexican food. It's nice to actually be getting some around here. But hopefully eventually We do get more hot sauces. It's like $7 a bottle. I recommend just importing it for a fucking liter. Okay. That does sound good. What about Mac? You're right. I forgot about Mac. Everybody loves Mac. Does he tweet? I'll just tweet really retarded shit at him if he tweets. So I had like a little shit posting spree on Twitter, and then I got bored of it because I was like, I don't know, I kind of just want to fucking tweet at people, but I'm like, I don't have anyone to tweet really retarded shit at. And that's what I like doing. And if Mac tweets, I could definitely just fucking tweet stupid shit at him. Me living in India and being like a hot sauce in this economy. Don't do well with spicy stuff because I'm a basic white boy. I'm Italian, so I do enjoy a little spice.
Death comes for us all. But you first.
I'm not a huge fan of like the fucking taste like shit, blast your asshole out of your body type of spicy shit that's literally just spicy to be spicy. I need a little bit of flavor along with that spice. But for the most part, I'm digging it. Mac isn't making videos anymore. Thank God. Like the bomb, it's ash. Yeah, like the shit that literally only exists just to be really fucking spicy. That shit's stupid. It usually just... I mean, it's not even that it tastes bad. It usually just doesn't taste like anything. It's just spice. And I'm like, I don't like spicy shit for it actually burning my mouth. I don't mind the mouth burning, but that's not why I eat spicy shit. I eat spicy shit because it fucking tastes good. Who's Mac? Morning after kill. He's the one that started the huge fucking drama shit that happened a few months ago. That everyone jumped on instead of just ignoring, even though literally no one gave a fuck until everyone started talking about it. Went on Reddit today for the first time in a long ass time. In 3 minutes, I see 2 perfect Hellwalker posts and 3 is this deep a good post. North Dakota's like 80-ish kilometer, gosh, that would be miles, 80-ish miles away from the border to Canada. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know how far that is. I just cannot have a frame of reference for what long distances are. Miles and kilometers, my brain just cannot be like, oh yeah, so this location is that far away. I'm like, it's like 10 minutes away. I only work in time. Oh, that shitlord. Yeah. The one who's like completely brain rotted from all the weed and calories in his body. In-game. Twitch, I'm sorry. In-game. And YouTube, I'm sorry. In-game. It's not bullying and harassment. It's in-game. It's fine. Fuck. Star Helix, not bad. I don't think that's just weed though. I don't know, man. With enough of it, you can really fuck your shit up. With enough of anything, you can fuck your shit up. A lot of people dislike the guy because he's a lot edgier than most YouTubers. That's not why I like him. It's really a weird, like, I know that is a common thing that people don't like about him, but it's like, he's not even that edgy. And we can edit about Mac with the Miss the Old Kanye song. Most of the edit's just him eating Popeyes instead of making Borderlands drama. That'd be fucking based. What weapons do I have? A lot. The ones I use mostly are Midnight Wisdom, Transmutator, KOs, and Light Show. Usual shit. I do use the Tattler quite a lot as well. I also like the Banshee one. Let me use the Banshee in a little bit. This thing's kind of fun. It's a heavy weapon that's literally just a shotgun. It's kind of neat though. It's kind of neat. Like, it's literally just a fucking shotgun though. But it feels so fucking good to use. It feels like one of the heavy weapons from RoboQuest. The fucking, what is it? The Beluga Cannon, I think is what it's called. What was that, Torg? Oh, that's the Moonfire. They just put a scope on it for some reason. What's the song playing in the background? Is it this current one? Because this is a... oh, shit. Why'd it pause? This is Hammerhead by The Offspring. I think this is Hammerhead. Let me check. Let me just confirm that for you. Yeah, it is. Okay. Jesus Christ. I'm fucking point blank and I just missed like 3 of those. A classic. Let's just say I have a Deepa IRL. Giving the Moonfire still ruins it? It does, and I'm mad because it's still fun to use. It's still the Moonfire and it's still one of my favorite guns, but I don't like it with a scope. He won the Bastion. That is probably one of my least favorite emotes that have been added. That's a rough one. Can we get some Sonic feet in the chat real quick just to cleanse my eyeballs? Pretty sure that emote still exists. Thank you. We're going to go to 1500. At least we don't have duck ass? What the fuck is duck ass? You know what? Is this something I should... Is my life more full if I don't know what duck ass is? Is this one of those situations? Like, okay. Is this... because there's like... is like 3000% one of those situations. Because the thing is... stirring is one of those situations, you know? I feel like my life was better before I knew about stirring. However, I am glad that I know about it because it's really funny. So I think I'm going to take my chances and click this link. You know what? I'm going to be honest, I'm kind of disappointed. I was like kind of prepared. I was kind of prepared to click that link and see like an actual like duck's asshole, like a real image of a duck's asshole or something. Like, I'm glad it wasn't, but I was expecting far worse. I can't stand duck ass. Well, see, now you're kind of making me want to add it. Every time you shoot that gun, your computer lags a little bit. This is Twitch. Yeah, but 7TV isn't Twitch. 7TV, I think it has guidelines, but I think it has far more lax guidelines. Beside yourself, of course. I appreciate it, Callista. What rarity even is that? The which one? The train. Okay, I'll go over it real quick because there's two. And there's two new rarities, and then there's like another, or there's a subclass of legendary. So I'll go over it real quick for you. So these are pearls. They're just a little buggy because of how they're implemented. But this is a pearl. This is contraband, which is a little less buggy, but still somewhat buggy. And then this is a legendary. However, it's a legacy gun, which is like kind of hybrids of legendaries, but like different. So this here is a cross between the Headsplosion and the Tiggs Boom. It's very cool. Redux is fucking awesome. Did you see the girl that had her ass out with the skinniest thong? I sure will do a video on it so you could count the creases on her asshole. Do you think I could do that? Could I get away with that? Like, I know the answer is actually a no, because I'm not a woman on Twitch. But, like, I don't know, man. I'd be willing to test it. I'll put on a thong to test the limitations of Twitch. I'd love for you to use green pants and have your ass as a green screen for gameplay. I could do that. I could definitely do that. That would be such a good little meme. And I could also, you know what? I'll, instead of having green pants, I'll like paint my ass green and I won't wear pants. But like there won't actually be any nudity. However, then, you know, I'll make an OnlyFans and upload the unedited footage. 2-for-1 content right there. Actually, wait, can't you stream on OnlyFans? I could dual stream to OnlyFans and just have it not, or have the gameplay not on it. That would be good. How's the progress? Well, I think this is the third time I've discussed having an OnlyFans in this stream, so it's going. There's certainly something happening to my brain.
You couldn't hit it with a banjo.
She did it for the meme, but was hit with mad backlash. I mean, like, that's kind of warranted. I feel like doing it for the meme would be not actually doing it, but finding a way to meme on it. I think if you're just actually doing it and calling it a meme, you're still just actually doing it. See, if I, like, the thing is, if I did it, like, this is a double standard, absolutely. But, like, if I did it, it would be for the meme, because who the fuck is going to care about man ass? You know? Like, there's going to be a few, but man ass is unfortunately far less profitable than woman ass.
Deadly. Rattling chain.
Even then, I would probably still find a way to actually make a meme out of it. Can't believe Borderlands got cross-platform before Monster Hunter. It's crazy that there's still games that don't have cross-platform. I get it for, like, multiplayer competitive games, but, like, for co-op games, it's crazy to me that cross-platform isn't fucking standard yet.
This should cover my arse for a bit.
See, but Ivy, you also don't spend, like, 20 fucking hours a day watching Twitch streams and spending all your life savings on Twitch thoughts. So even if you care about man-ass, you're not the target demographic for what the purpose of those streams are. It's profitable, you're just not looking in the right market. Try the TF2 community. All right, you know what? That's fair. That is fair. This is the final run though, boys, and then I'll go show off the other contraband gun. That's the thing. I don't think it's weird that it's actually more standard for multiplayer competitive games or like multiplayer PvP games to have crossplay support than it is for most co-op games. Like, that's wild to me. It should absolutely be the other way around. I do not think crossplay should really exist for PvP games. I think that's fucking stupid. Because either way, someone has an advantage. If there's no aim assist, then PC players have the advantage. If there is aim assist, then console players are having a way easier time. It's like, it just shouldn't be a thing. Will I go dance on the child's grave, please? You know what? Sure. That'll be how I end off the stream. Dancing on the child's grave. We did hit 1,500, you know? It's only 500 to 2,000, and that's halfway to 3,000. Dear God, I want to kill myself in game. Did they buff Sentinel on Redux? Yeah. I mean, I'm also using the conductor, so like I'm not on that save. I am using the conductor, so it is also just like doing more damage because of that, but Sentinel is definitely also buffed. There it is, the Subsidium. I kind of forget what this does. Right, that's what it does. Let me get a cool dance. What do we got here? I don't have a single dance equipped yet. Did chicken dance? But oh yeah, that one we need, definitely. And then the kick dance. And that'll be good enough. Companion? Oh, definitely. I like that gun. It will definitely be a shorter one. I don't know if there's too much to talk about with the companion, but it's definitely one that I want to do. God, where is it? Is it Devil's Razor or Splinterlands? It's over here, because next to the B team. I have done the flood. I did the flood and I started an argument over if it's better than the trick shot. Because I wasn't going to cover the flood and not say that the actual argument should be flood versus trick shot and that the flood is definitely better. Do the trick shot? I don't think that one's forgotten. I will probably do the Maggie though, because I think the Maggie's kind of only remembered in the trick shot versus Maggie debate, which again, I don't understand why that's the debate. They are two entirely different guns. Boink. Oh shit. I think the effect of it broke. I can no longer see it. That's the Subsidium. This probably is not the best setup for it, but... Did I miss the child? Where's the child? Wait, is this not the map with the child? I thought it was like, no, it's with Morty. Oh, it's over here. Okay, gotcha. Oh, fuck, am I gonna be able to get into there if I haven't done the quest? Okay, we're good. Is that her grave? Yeah, it's her grave. All right, let me just, fucking dumb bitch. Well, what do we start with? Well, we'll start with a little chicken dance here. Start, ending off. Thank you guys, as always, so much for, coming and hanging out. It has been a damn good time. Making fun of a dead child? Yeah, screw this fucking bitch. Are you kidding me? She sucked. She's sucking and her fucking records are stinky, man. Like, she deserves it. Varkids, again, died to Varkids. Anyways, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out, and I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, evening, morning, night, whatever the fuck time it may be. And,